All right, back now with that shocking moment in a Las Vegas courtroom. A judge attacked on the bench by a man she had just sentenced. The incident shining a spotlight on a safety risk to judges nationwide. Liz Kreutz with the video and the concerns.
Tonight, new security questions after a Las Vegas judge was attacked in her own courtroom Wednesday by a convicted felon. Leading up to the terrifying incident, 30-year-old Deobra Redden, who has a history of violent crimes, pled guilty to attempted battery with substantial bodily harm, but asked Judge Mary Kay Holmes for leniency.
I feel that, I shouldn't be, sent to prison for a second time.
The judge denied his plea.
I think it's time that he gets a taste of something else because I just can't with that history.
That's when Redden flew through the air, tackling her, sparking this bloody brawl that sent one court-martial to the hospital. The dramatic incident shedding light on security threats facing judges across the country.
How common is it to have attacks or threats like this in a courtroom?
I think they're very common. It is a national issue at all levels, the attacks to judicial officers in and out of the court.
Like in this Mississippi courtroom, surveillance video showing the moment a suspect began throwing things at the judge. Then in October, a Maryland judge killed by a man after he ruled against him in a child custody case. And in 2020, there was that horrifying attack in New Jersey where a disgruntled lawyer targeted federal judge Esther Salas, showing up at her home and killing her 20-year-old son. That incident sparking legislation to help protect the personal information of judges.
As for the incident in Vegas, the attacker now faces multiple new felony charges of battery and battery against a protected person. He refused to appear in court today, but is expected back Tuesday.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.